Hi, this is Vanshika Chauhan and I am working as a legal intern with Lexis & Company, and today I'll be talking about the doctrine of severability and the doctrine of eclipse, which is under Article 13 of the Constitution of India. So when the Constitution of India was in making, the makers already had a lot of nations as examples which adopted democratic and humanitarian concept. So the founding families or the founding fathers endeavored to formulate something which reflects multiple things like rights of minorities, principles of UDHR, our struggle for independence and whatnot. Therefore, while making the constitution, part 3 was discussed for 38 long days. Part 3 exists with the same objective that our rights and freedoms should be protected against the state's arbitrary invasion. This means that the state's actions should be judged on the basis of their impact on the rights and freedoms of the people. This entire concept is Article 13, which deals with 4 principles relating to fundamental rights. So the fundamental rights have existed in the time since the time our present constitution has been existing, which is 26 January 1950. Article 13(1) deals with pre-constitutional laws, which means that many different laws were present before the constitution as well and remained in effect after the constitution came into force. So Article 13 provides that those laws which were existing prior to the Constitution of India, which are consistent with the fundamental rights, will be valid, and those which are not inconsistent with the fundamental rights will become void. So basic example to this was the Education Act of 1930, wherein many clauses were there, but one clause said that the kids from a particular caste would not be admitted in schools. So since 1950, this clause stands in contravention with the fundamental rights. Article 13(1) of the Constitution says that since this is against the fundamental right, it will become void. So the act was considered as void, or the provision or this clause of the act was considered as void according to Article 13(1) of the Constitution. There are two major doctrines under Article 13(1), which is the doctrine of severability and the doctrine of eclipse. So the doctrine of severability or separatability means to separate. Simply, you have to use a filter for all the pre-constitutional laws, that is, if it is in respect of fundamental right or not. Laws that pass successfully the filter through this filter are valid, and laws which cannot pass the filter have to be separated or have to be considered void. So a landmark case with respect to this doctrine was A.K. Kobalan versus State of Madras. Under this case, Section 14 of the Preventive Detention Act was challenged. So Section 14 of the Preventive Detention Act said that if any person is detained under this act, then he is not allowed to disclose the reason of his detention in the court. Clearly, this was against the fundamental rights of the people, and it violated the fundamental rights. So, if it was to apply the doctrine of severability and filter out this act, only Section 14 was not respecting the fundamental rights and it was inconsistent with the rights. Therefore, this provision will be removed while the rest of the act will remain valid. Coming to the doctrine of eclipse, eclipse means to hide or shadow something. Explaining it with a case of Bikaji versus State of MP. The Berar Motor Vehicle Act was challenged, which was of 1947. It stated that certain sections of the act stated that the government was empowered, or the state government was empowered, to transfer the ownership of all the motor businesses to itself. After 1950, these provisions were violative of Article 19 of the Constitution of India. So first, we will filter out the whole act, remove all those sections which were violative of the fundamental rights or were inconsistent with the fundamental rights. Then we will apply the doctrine of eclipse, stating that the fundamental rights will prevail over the sections which were provided under the act, meaning that all these sections will become inoperative. Now, next, the Article 19 got amended, and the government was then authorized to monopolize certain businesses. So these sections which were inoperative because of Article 19 will now become operative. So basically, doctrine of severability says that all pre-existing laws shall be filtered out and with respect to the fundamental rights, and those laws which respect fundamental rights will be valid, and those which do not respect the fundamental rights will become void. Next step is doctrine of eclipse, which says that all those laws which cannot pass this filter will be separated and will be invalid, inconsistent with the fundamental rights, shall be shadowed by the fundamental rights, and the fundamental rights would eclipse them or hide them, meaning that they shall not cease to exist but only become inoperative, and if in future such amendments are passed because of which these sections become consistent with the fundamental rights, then they will again become active. Now coming to Article 13(2) of the Constitution, it deals with the post-constitutional laws. It says that the laws made after the Indian Constitution was enforced, the state is prohibited to make such laws which are inconsistent with the fundamental rights or against the fundamental rights. If inconsistent laws are still made, they shall be void. And to what extent they shall be void, it is to be determined by these two doctrines which we have discussed, doctrine of severability and doctrine of eclipse. Also, if such laws are made, it shall not be applicable to the citizens of India but can be applied to those who are not the citizens of India, such as a company or a non-citizen.